Alright, y'all. This might be the craziest set of pickups we've gotten. I read over their kits a bit while I was translating it very roughly on Google Translate. So this is the Fauna art, very good. And this is the Witch Queen art. I really do like both of them. And they did post them. So like this is all the information at level 1. So I'll show you guys the maxed out skills or maxed out stats. So Witch Queen is going to have her own little type of thing. It's going to be the crow thing. And she's going to be a magic attack only unit, which is interesting. And then Fauna is going to be a mainly magic attack unit, so another magic attack DPS. Funny, very funny. Anyway, these two units are both going to be very good. Let's hop right into it, and I'll talk about if you guys should summon at the end, but there's a lot of things that we have to note. So, Fauna, this is, I think, like, Fauna the Hateful or something like that. It is the third eye Fauna, and bro, it looks sexy. Like, that, like, purple, like, aura coming out of it is insane. Now, what's very good about Fauna is that she's a green attacker, and we need a very good green attacker. And from what I've seen, Fauna fits this. So, her main gimmick, as we saw in the leaks, was her hatred. Basically, when using a special move, perform an additional attack with damage increased by the number of hate effects up to 5. This effect is maintained even after the wave ends, which means she is going to be an amazing PvE unit. And I honestly, okay, let me not get ahead of myself. So, the skill 1 applies 1 hate effect, and the skill 2 applies 2 hatred effects. We'll call them hatred. If the enemy has a taunt attack after giving yourself a buff that increases damage dealt by 35%, so 100%, but at max it's 120% damage. Plus 35% is pretty good. Then the skill 2 is doing 140% at max. Guys, what is this unit? Just to kind of put it into perspective, okay? Love you, Antelar. I'll be on VC with him tomorrow. Let's go. To put it in perspective, the highest AoE number was 90 at base, going up to 138. 138 on an alt was the highest AoE number on Noelle. Fauna's skill 2, which is an AoE, is a higher number at max, 140%, and it applies AoE burn, which means she could maybe work on a burn team with Magna, AoE burn, hello, and then she could also work on Charlotte's team, because Charlotte on a full green team applies like a 80k barrier start of turn. Let's continue looking. The ultimate is like the stupidest thing to ever exist. Her base attack is the base attack of a single target skill, usually. Like, not Yami's, but most single targets have either 150 or 165%. No, 150, 160, or 165% as the base attack. Here it's 150. At max, it is 210%. 210. That is 82% higher than the highest AoE alt that we've had before. 82. And then let's see what it does. So gives barrier removal effect to one random ally, which to me is fine. One random ally, as long as it's not you, should be good. Then if you do not have the hate effect, damage equal to, you do an additional attack equal to 30% of attack and magic attack. You're doing an additional attack if you don't have any hate stacks. But if you have hatred stacks, look at the amount of damage you're doing. Look at the absurd amount of damage. Okay, wait, let me, okay, so you're doing either 50% extra, 70%, 100%, 130, or 180%. This is going to be the hardest hitting skill in the game. In the game, bro. In the game, okay? Okay? When we get these 5 hatred stacks, this girlie is doing damage. Damage, okay? If you, I am so interested to see a nuking team with her. If you put her with, what's it called, with Gauche, yeah, I would say Gauche and Sally with a Voltos speed up, this Fauna is going to destroy, bro. This damage, 210% at max, is insane. Now her combo just applies taunt, which actually could be very good. Now let's look at her unique passive, which is the LR one. If all allies are green, the battle at the start of battle grants status abnormality blocking effect to all allies. You get stun block for 1 turn if everyone's green. And what does Charlotte do? She gives an 80k barrier. Fauna is insane. Fauna is insane. Let's continue on. So if you have 5 hatred effects, when you are at 1% HP, you get immortality, and at the end of a wave recovers 50% of HP. This is insane. And then afterwards, if you are either taunted in any way, you will receive a buff that reduces damage by 50% for 1 turn. So this Fauna, I'd say 2 stacks is not bad because she gets immortality. But you have to have 5 stacks, which is very deep into the fight. I don't know if you have this Fauna if you could get that far, but we're gonna have to see. what the actual like stats are that she gets. If it's speed, we're in. Oh man, oh I want this fauna, man. I really want this fauna. Now, what is her skill page? It's going to add a 60% taunt chance for 1 turn on the AoE, which it's an AoE. So this could be a very good skill page. But personally, I'm going to put fauna skill page, the blue fauna skill page, because it's going to give 20% magic attack and attack and max dupes. And guess what? I have a max dupe. So passive skill, when taunt or strengthened taunt is given to you, there's a 100% chance to apply 40% damage increase for 1 turn. This is at max level, so it's going to be much lower chance and damage, but it gives damage when you get taunted or super taunted. I forgot what it's called. So fauna, personally, I would say you should summon, but you got to realize it's bait. So if you don't have the crystals, or if you're not a spender, I would say save, especially if you have Raya enliched and you already have a PvP team. If you are not struggling in PvP, you should be fine. But if you have Charlotte, I think you should summon, because her with Charlotte is going to be insane. And if you put that with Rodis, that is 2 turns of guaranteed no stunts. Okay, even better, right? So there are many ways that this fauna could be good. In PvE, she will be the best person to run for grinding content now. Fuck Lich and Raya, she is better. Fuck Langris, she is better. In PvP, she will be on a meta team with Charlotte, okay? So that is certain. She has her spot in the meta, I think, almost guaranteed given the numbers she should be putting out. But I will be testing that later today when I pull fauna at least. So yeah, but you gotta realize, if you don't have the crystals, you have to realize Season 7 is coming, and what is Season 7? Half Anniversary. Half Anniversary is in 2 weeks. When Fauna and Witch Queen's banners end, we get Half Annie. So Black Asta should be very soon. Our next fest is very soon, which means you might want to chase that skill page, because Julius's was the most diabolical shit ever. So please realize that and try to kind of mediate. Now, what I think you could do is from now to to Black Asta, you have a month. Considering it's going to be half anniversary, we are going to get crystals, we're going to get a bunch of stuff. So I recommend honestly skipping that Season 7 banner, only picking one of the two. And yeah, if you want to get Fauna, go for Fauna. From now to Black Asta, you should be fine. You should be fine. So I recommend summoning for Fauna. Witch Queen. Red Healer. We do not have a Red Healer SSR. Let's see what I got. Okay, well, let's see what Red Healers we have. Red Healers. Exactly. Okay, so we need a Red Healer, basically, is what we're saying. This is going to be very good, and it's kind of like bad that she's a red healer because you want her, right? Because you don't have any of the red healers. If we look at healers, right? SSR healers, we have 3, 2 blues, 1 green. So like, it would have been better if it was already one of a color we've had, but it isn't. And every single healer so far has been good. I didn't fully look at her kit. She is more someone I think we're gonna have to test out, but I don't know if I'm gonna get her, guys. I don't have the currency because I wanted to max dupe Charlotte and Magna. So here we are. I'm gonna try to find someone who has her and hopefully showcase it, but we're gonna have to see. Okay, so skill 1 inflicts bleeding and then gives recovery equal to 15% of your max HP to defender class. So does she have a lot of HP? 4800. I just want to compare to Fauna, or let's compare to Charlotte. Okay, let's compare to Charlotte's max HP at level 1. And how we're gonna do that is we're gonna scroll down until we see Charlotte just coming out, and then we're gonna choose her. Okay, not that. So Charlotte should be very close to this if we're looking. Okay, perfect. Where is Charlotte though? Charlotte. Did Charlotte just... Okay, so she had 4,600 and Witch Queen has 4,800. So in terms of HP, she should have more than Charlotte, and Charlotte has a decent bit, okay? Because I was able to get like 120k HP on Charlotte. So yeah, you're good. 100. Okay, if we're saying Witch Queen has more, we'll say 130k times 130,000 times 0.15%. That is a 20k heal just for 15%. Okay, now it's on defenders. What I don't like is that her kit is revolved around defenders, which is making me worried that Black Asta is going to be a red defender. But let's move on. Anyway, the skill 2 is a 50% chance, but at max level, it is a 100% chance. Oh no, wait, it's just a 50% chance. Okay. So you have a 50% chance to inflict poison, bleed, and burn. But it's not guaranteed. So I don't really like that skill at all. But if you get it, it could be very good. Because everyone's getting... Poison is 5%, bleed is 5% HP, both of them. And then burn is well offered for magic attack and attack. It's weird that she has no attack because... like, it's off both attack and magic attack. So it kind of sucks for her. But anyway. Her ult is inflicts bleeding for 3 turns. Which is quite interesting that it's 3 turns. First 3-turn DOT. Gives lifesteal 50% to all allies, and it changes the health of the ally with the highest defense to 30% max HP. So I don't know if this is healing or reducing HP. It's a bit weird on wording, but considering it's the defender, you should be fine no matter what, because you're healing the defender a lot. Now, the lifesteal is very good, and the bleed is decent. So let's go on. Her unique passive, which is the important part. By the way, this heals 60% of her HP, so she's able to basically get a max heal on anyone she's with. If the attribute of all allies is red, at the start of battle gives red blood to a defender class ally. Or allies. So every single defender class that's red, if it's a full red team, gets this. If your HP is below 30%, applies immortality. So the thing with this is that these are our red defenders. Two. Red Asta and then a red Veto, both sucking pretty bad. So this kind of means that we're gonna get another red defender soon, and I don't want it to be a red black Asta because I don't want him to be a defender. I want him to be an attacker for a fest unit, but maybe they'll do something. Maybe they'll cook, but this is kind of hinting towards red Asta. Well, sorry, black Asta being red and being a defender because she is the Witch Queen. And who does she control? She controls red Asta, or black Asta, my bad. Now, her do passive is that at the start of every turn, for every DLT received by the enemy, all allies will receive a 10% recovery of their max HP, or probably her max HP. And then it's going to be that, and then the special move increases the lifesteal by 100%, so it should be just like a full lifesteal for the exact amount of damage you did. So this Witch Queen, in terms of healing, you really need to start like getting the dupes, because with the dupes she is a lot better, but even with her skill 1 is pretty mediocre. I don't like it. Her skill 2, because it's 50%, I just don't like it, and her ult is pretty good because of the lifesteal, but I don't think it's good enough. To me, it's not good enough. I don't think she's good enough, unless somehow this becomes broken and like having bleed and poison on an enemy is gonna make Black Asta do 1,000% more damage. I don't think it's that good, but she could still be a decent healer, and in terms of HP, it won't be very high. So I feel like getting a bit more will be needed for her personally. I really am interested to see how people think of her, but besides that, I don't think you should summon. I think FANA is just that good for you to summon, especially since you should have pulled Charlotte. So yeah, that's basically it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.